So today we'll be discussing about the property, especially about the important components of property linking towards jurisprudence. We'll be completing this in a very simplified manner. Hope this entire video can help you a lot. So don't worry, I'll be completing up the important concepts about what is property, theories of law of property, three types of servitude, what is servitude, along with it modes of acquisition, acquiring property, all that I'll be covering up in this small video. And it has my written notes so that it's going to be a little more easier for you. So on that basis, let's get started without any further delay. So now starting with what is property. So property is basically owned by an individual. So property, it is like something which is being owned by an individual. For example, I am having my property. Now, Salman says legal right. It could be like a legal right. It could be like a legal right. Personal rights, rights given by the law. So there are three kinds of rights. One is legal right, proprietary rights, and corporeal rights. You don't need to remember everything as one by one because this is just a definition though. Legal rights means what? Personal rights, rights given by the law. So the law is basically giving me the rights to acquire the property. Second type is called proprietary rights. What are these proprietary rights? Land, chattels, share, debts. So debts, all this comes under this proprietary rights. All this, for example, land, it could be like a chattel or it will be like a share, it could be like a debt. All this comes under proprietary rights. Third one is about the corporeal rights. Corporeal rights, the things included like shares and every basis. Don't worry. Now we'll be discussing much depth about everything in detail. Let's get started. So now theories of law of property. So now let's understand what are these theories of law of property. Now theories of law of property, we have almost 6 to 7, but I'll be discussing on the important ones. Okay. Now theories of law of property. First one is called natural theory. Now what is this natural theory? Natural theory speaks about all things were originally without an owner, later acquired. So if you observe, natural theory is very simple. So before, if you observe existence of the earth, first it was not acquired by someone, no, like before existence of the earth or like while the existence of the earth, before humans come, was somebody acquiring these properties? No. All things were originally without an owner. So it was everything original without an owner. Later it started acquiring. Later, these people started acquiring one by one. This is called natural theory. Second thing is called as psychological theory. Now, what is a psychological theory? Psychological theory says that every individual desires to own things and that brings existence of property. Every individual. So that kind of what psychologically I'll feel that no, okay, मुझे भी एक property चाहिए, उसी को भी है, when I also want it. That's called as psychological theory. Natural theory, psychological theory. Third type is called as labor theory. Who produce it can acquire it. Someone does it and so acquire it. So someone can, for example, if I am producing something, I can basically acquire it. If I am manufacturing something, I can basically acquire it. So labor theory says that who produce it can acquire it. Someone does it, so someone can acquire it. Now, what is this metaphysical theory? Metaphysical theory says that connection with the owner and the object is called as metaphysical theory. Metaphysical theory says that connection between the owner and the object is called as the metaphysical. So it is a relationship between both. One is the owner and the object. So now 4 theories: natural theory, psychological theory, metaphysical theory, labor theory. Now, remaining last 2 theories are historical theory and societal theory. Now, what is this historical theory? Historical theory is also called as rights and control. So, historical theory is called as the rights and control. As society changes, okay, historical theory is basically about rights and control, and then societal theory means it is the 6th part, that is about as society changes, rules and norms also changes. So, as society changes, the rules and the norms also keeps on changing. That's how the law comes, right? What law which was there during the Roman Empire time, it's not the same law we are following now. No. Why? Because based on the society is upgrading, the laws also gets updated, not uploaded, updated. Okay. So now starting with what is a servitude. Before I go to servitude, a quick recap here. First we learn about property, then we learn about the theories of property, natural theory, then we learn about psychological theory, sociological theory, historical theory, labor theory, and then metaphysical theory. Okay, these are the almost 6 to 7 theories we learned. Once again, I'll just repeat: natural theory, psychological theory, sociological theory, historical theory, labor theory, and then metaphysical theory. Important kinds of theory. Now, what is a servitude? Servitude means rights enjoyed by owner of the land over another. So rights enjoyed by the owner of the land over the another. If this is my property, but I am enjoying the rights of an other property. This is my property. I'm enjoying the this one lines of an other property is called as servitude. 3 kinds of servitude are there. One is positive and negative servitude. Public and private servitude is there, and real and personal servitude. I've just written in a very nutshell. Positive servitude, it's like positive servitude. Positive servitude means it could be like from a neighbor's field. From neighbor's field, I'm trying to acquire it or some kind of beneficiary from it. Negative servitude, not disturbing the light and air. I'm acquiring it by not disturbing the light and air. So that's called first type of servitude, positive and negative servitude. Servitude means rights enjoyed by the owner of the land over another. It could be like a right to passage, way, light, everything and come over there. Then we'll discuss about the positive and negative servitude. Then public and private servitude. Public servitude could be specific individual. It's like only one person is getting affected by it. But for example, private servitude is constructing highway over a private land. It's like a private land in that this, for example, because of that also can be affected by as an owner. Not only just affected, yeah, can get even benefited also. So constructing highway over a private land. So when a highway is constructed, in order to get also some kind of servitude, we can go claim it. Now, real and personal servitude, owner of the land and occupant of the land. Owner of the land is the real servitude. Occupant of the land, I think it's occupant of the land could basically be like a possession too. That is also one kind of criteria, but this is also three types of servitude. Positive, negative servitude. Positive is neighbors feel. Negative servitude, not disturb the light and air. Public servitude, private servitude. Public servitude is specific individual, and private servitude is constructing highway over private land. And real and personal servitude, it could be the real owner or it could be like a occupant of a land. Occupant of a land. Now, what are the modes of acquiring property? Modes of acquiring property are, first one is called possession. Okay, possession, through possession we can acquire the property, right? Very simple. Possession, if you guys remember possession. What is possession? Possession means, for example, I am using a land which no one is there for a very long period of time, which no one is using from a very long period of time. I'm using it. Nobody's there in that particular land yet. Nobody has basically acquired it. I'm staying there later. I'm from that possession. I'm trying to become the owner of the land. Second is called as prescription. Prescription means two kinds of that: positive and negative prescription. Positive prescription means right acquired due to lapse of time, or negative prescription means destroy rights of a property with lapse of time. Positive prescription means right acquired due to lapse of time. Negative prescription means destroy rights of property with lapse of time. I'll be explaining it to you. No worries, no worries, no worries. Explain to you. Agreement, through agreement also I can acquire the property. Through prescription also I can acquire the property. Through possession also I can acquire the property. Then through agreement and inheritance, family to family I'm getting it. And then gift, through gift also I can acquire the property. These are the modes of acquiring property: possession, prescription, agreement, gift, and then what was the last one? Inheritance. Once again, possession, prescription, possession, prescription, agreement, inheritance, and gift. Okay, I got it, correct. So then theories of property, quickly recap. What is it? Natural theory, psychological theory, sociological theory, historical theory, metaphysical theory, and then what was it? Labor theory. And then okay, labor theory. Once again, natural theory, psychological theory, sociological theory, historical theory, labor theory, metaphysical theory. These are the important kinds of theory we discussed. Then servitude, rights which is enjoyed from another person. Servitude also we learn three types now: servitude, positive and negative servitude, positive and negative servitude, and then we learn public and private servitude, and real and personal servitude. Positive and private negative servitude, public and private servitude, real and personal servitude. These are the important kinds of servitude which we learned. Now let's learn the kinds of property are. So now in kinds of property, we have two kinds of property. One is corporal, second one is incorporeal. Corporal, incorporeal. In corporeal, we have tangible. Tangible, for example, we have land, we have house, we have car, and gold, something which we can touch. It's called tangible. Intangible is something which you cannot touch. For example, like copyright, patent, lease. Incorporeal, it is intangible. Kinds of property, two types: corporeal, incorporeal. Corporeal, tangible; incorporeal, intangible. Now corporeal may we have again two more types. What are the two types under corporeal? Movable and immobile, and real and personal property. Real and personal. So movable and immobile. Movable is like car and gold. Immobile is like land. Obviously, car we can move. Gold. Immobile means land, and this one. Movable, and in this one, corporal may. Second one is real and personal. In real and personal, we have right in rem and persona. That is like immobile property. Personal, it could be like similar to the movable and proprietary rights. Okay, remember in real and personal, we have right in rem and right in persona. So which means that, for example, right in rem and right in persona, right? Right in rem and right. Okay, what is right in persona? Right in persona says like an immovable property. So movable property we have movable, and real and personal we have real right in rem, and like immovable property. Personal we have similar to the movable and proprietary right. Just remember this table; it's very easier. Next one, in incorporeal, we have two kinds. So here we have movable, immobile, and personal, real and personal. Movable and immobile we have in this side, and real and personal. Real means what? Right in rem. Right in rem means it's like an immobile property, and personal means some similar to the movable property, right? Movable, something of movable. Now, right in realinea. Right in realinea means what? Ownership with one person and used by another person. I'll change the color. Okay, I can't change the color. Okay, wait, I can change the color into red. This is better. Okay, ownership with one person and used by another person. Like ownership is one person. Okay, I am giving my land for you to stay as a lease. You can stay in my house as like a lease or like a servitude. Security, trust. That's called as ownership by one person and used by another person. Ownership is for me. I'm giving you to stay in my land. Okay, that can also be considered here. Immaterial things like patent, goodwill, and copyright comes in a jura in re proportia. Jura in re proportia. Immaterial things. You guys should just remember this table. Yeah, remember kinds of property. Mein two kinds: corporeal, incorporeal, tangible, intangible. Corporeal we have movable, immobile, real, and personal. Movable means car, gold. Immobile means it could be land, house. Real means right in rem, right in rem or right in persona, which means like movable property. And personal means it could be like a property right. Right in real linear, right in re proportia. Right in real linear means encumbrances. Encumbrances means what? I'm an ownership, I'm giving to another person to stay for a particular period of time, of a lease, like lease, servitude, trust, anything. Right in real linear, repeat it. Right in real linear, realina, not alina, alina. And right in reproportion means immaterial things like patent, goodwill, and copyright comes other immaterial things. Like for example, patent. You know what is patent, right? Patent, goodwill, this one. That all comes in a right in proportion, immaterial things. So guys, that's all for today. Yaar. Hope you got some kind of clarity. Hope you guys will pass the exam. Hope you got some kind of essence of learning. Wishing you all the best. Good luck. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. And yeah, I forgot. If you like this video, like karo, share karo, subscribe karo. Okay. Goodbye.